In this section, we're going to talk about array formulas. The thing to know about array formulas is that they can perform calculations across a range of cells. So usually they're not used for very simple calculations. They're used for calculations when you have a lot of data. And then the other thing to know, and really what differentiates them in many ways, is that they generally return more than one value. If you're scratching your head about what that means, we'll see it later in this module. And finally, they are activated, so they don't exist by themselves. So they're not specifically a type of function. They are activated through a keystroke, and that keystroke is Control, Shift, Enter. Now, how do they differ from regular formulas? Regular formulas usually work on a very small range. They return only one cell value, and again, if you're scratching your head, that will become clear as this module goes on. And I like to liken them to funnels. So let's think about this. Over on the right, we have a series of values that I want to sum up. So it's January, February, and March sales. You can think of that range, these three values, as kind of going into a funnel. And that funnel operation is the sum. So it's taking 3 and it's condensed it down to one value. So that's 800, and that's the sum of it. We can think of array formulas as acting as reverse funnels. Sometimes what's returned is the same size as what's put in, but sometimes it could even be larger. So one or more cell ranges go in, many cells could come out. So let's think about this. Perhaps you remember from a previous module, we created an interactive chart using sales data. And in that case, we had a VLOOKUP. That VLOOKUP had some sort of associated key, a key being the name in this case. So let's say it was Sarah. So we plugged Sarah in. That's just the one input. And we gave it this large table here. And then we said we want to have 4 outputs. So in a certain sense, even we have one input, a very small key. And now we have 4 things we want to return. So in that way, one thing went in and several things came out. And we did that with one operation. So rather than doing 4 VLOOKUPs to return one item each, we did one VLOOKUP to return 4 items. So in this case, we looked up Sarah, and then we returned north, south, east, and west data. So that's how you can think of array formulas. They operate in reverse of regular formulas. Where regular formulas are funnels, array formulas are reverse funnels.